Team Trump now wants Mueller to testify before Congress in hopes of a grilling. President Trump's close advisors are increasingly pining for Robert Mueller to be dragged before Congress and subjected to conservative lawmakers' questions about the conduct and outcome of his investigation. Their embrace of such a hearing is a sharp reversal from where sentiment in the White House has been for weeks following the release of special counsel's report. Trump himself but those positions have softened, if not changed, significantly after Mueller's public statement on Wednesday, in which he stated that he would have exonerated Trump if he could have, and said that he was prohibited by Department of Justice guidelines from bringing charges against a sitting president if they allow GOP representatives. Meadows and Jordan, the former New York City mayor and current Trump lawyer, said had spoken to the president both before and after Mueller's televised statement to the press. Asked to describe Mueller's announcement on Wednesday was a dramatic coda to a 2-year investigation in which he never spoke publicly. Appearing at the report is my testimony, he explained. Denizens of Trump world were left enraged by the appearance, believing Mueller had taken the opportunity to call Trump's innocence into question without having to be pressed on how he came to his conclusions. During his broadcast, if you are wondering whether or not Mueller is open to transparency and accountability in this deeply flawed investigation, think again, Hannity. Oh, Bob Mueller. Hannity is, and his broadcasts often serve as an indicator of where the president's mind is on any given subject. Giuliani said he would like Republican lawmakers to grill Mueller about matters such as whether his team ever leaked damaging information to reporters and how former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort was treated in solitary confinement. Other prominent The Mueller report was one of the most dishonest reports ever rendered, and I think the Republicans could take it apart upon examination, John Dowd, a lawyer who represented the president for nearly a year of the Mueller probe, told the Daily Beast on Thursday. Bob Mueller doesn't. Joseph DeGenova, an informal legal advisor to the president, echoed those sentiments. I think it would be asked for comment on this story. A White House spokesman referred the Daily Beast to the president's past statements on how it was up to Attorney General William Barr to decide whether Mueller testifies. While Trump's advisors are increasingly itching for Mueller to be called before lawmakers, not all Republicans, including many of those lawmakers, are on board with the idea. Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House and a current outside advisor to Trump, told the Daily Beast that the savvier move for congressional Republicans would be to use whatever investigative powers they had to focus on the origins of the into the Trump campaign that preceded Mueller's appointment as special counsel. As such, I think Mueller is smart enough that he would not hence be a helpful witness. And I don't think if Republicans were to try to force Mueller to testify, it would have to be in the Senate, where the party still has power over committee schedules. Senator Lindsey asked Wednesday if the senator's position had softened at all. Graham's spokesman, Kevin Bishop, pointed to Mueller's request not to come to the Hill. Asked if the Senate, the more likely venue for Mueller to be compelled to testify, remains in the House, where Democrats have been attempting to negotiate a hearing for weeks. But those talks, House Republicans have been divided over having Mueller testify. I think the sense is people are miffed by the way Mueller handled the situation from time he released the report, the fact he didn't come to a prosecutorial decision, and that he is not taking questions, said the aide. My sense is some got a tip. Send it to the Daily.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.